Hey guys. So it's Monday. That means it's formal Monday. That's why I'm wearing a shirt and tie. You guys don't know this, but during the original LiftPort 1.0 days, our team was relatively young, usually between 22 and 26. It was often their first real job out of college. So as a way of working on formal staff development, we instituted a policy. You know how some companies have casual Fridays at work? Well, the truth is we're pretty casual most days. T-shirt and jeans, t-shirt and sweater, that's pretty typical. But on Mondays, we wanted to kind of raise the bar a little bit. Now that we did this for a couple different reasons. For staff development, get people a little bit more comfortable in being around the media. We have the media come by every once in a while, and so it's a combination of dressing better, raising the bar a little bit. But it's also a day that we give presentations. So everybody sits around the conference table and we talk about what we're doing now. Give a presentation. Sometimes it's PowerPoint, sometimes it's planned, sometimes it's very extemporaneous. Today was Chris's first formal Monday, so he gave a talk on lunar regolith and space-based solar power. It was pretty cool because these are both brand new topics for him. So that's it's a little rough around the edges, but he definitely learned some stuff, and I'm looking forward to next week's presentation. Let's see, what else is going on? So this weekend, I went over to David's house. First, we watched our beloved Seahawks get crushed in maybe the second most upsetting game I've ever seen them play. So for all of you Seahawks fans, we're bemoaning and we can't wait for next season. But the reality is we had to go back and work on the robot, and that's really the primary thing. David has built 19 of our last robots. And this one was pretty different. This one's very different from our prior work, and it's causing some problems even on the early stages here. So what makes this robot challenging is that prior to this, all of our other robots were climbing on string that was about 2 inches wide, a pretty wide ribbon, and now we're switching to a super thin filament that we're going to have to climb. This adds a whole bunch of complications. One, it's very, very slippery and very slick, so the coefficient of friction is crazy, which means we have to have a very large gripping surface, which really changes a lot of the stuff that we think we knew about building elevators. So why did we make this change to this string? We're going to talk about Zylon here in a moment, but the key to this is that we're going to use this type of string for our lunar elevator. So we've abandoned the super wide threads that we've used to go for the kind of material we're likely to encounter when we start working on the lunar system. So working on the robot, what does that entail? Well, I'm sorry, but there's really nothing to show for video. This was really many, many hours of arguments and spreadsheet work, pulling out Excel and trying to figure out the size of the disc of the wheels. We considered everything from 3 and 5 inch discs up to 12 and 15 inch discs. That's really important. That's really important because we're trying to figure out speed. Are we going to climb 7 kilometers in an hour, or 2, or 3, or 4? As we get higher, everything gets colder, so the longer you're there, the more chances you have of materials failure. So it's a trade-off. Everything's a trade-off at this stage. And right now, because we're going higher than we've ever gone before, and we're going with the kind of thread that we've never encountered before, it's really made for a challenging conversation. We only just got this thread. This Zylon is pretty important stuff. This is about 2.5 times stronger than steel, but we've encountered some problems. So this weekend, David and I spent part of the time trying to do some experiments to test the tensile strength of the thread. And this is the result. Unfortunately, what I'm showing you is breakage. As we pulled on the string, as we pulled on the thread, it broke surprisingly easily. The manufacturers said it wouldn't, but it did. So I've got a $1,000 check sitting on my desk here, ready to send off for a complete order, but this stuff didn't work. So I'm pretty concerned about that. You can see how the thread is microfine material. It's not woven together, which I knew that. I knew there was that's how the manufacturing process. But when you start having one break, you get this cascading failure problem and it comes apart. And that's not supposed to happen. So that's where we're at, and wish me luck. I got to talk to the man. So we're not sure what to do about the Zylon, but we're trying to sort it out. All right, last but not least, we are starting to work on the website. Okay, so big news. We're going to launch this today. It is this is the interface for all the questions we're going to need to have you guys answer for the card-carrying supporter card. We have almost 3,000 of these to send out, so we're super excited. We need you to fill out your name and shipping information. Email, that's not going to go on the card. Kickstarter username. If you don't know that, don't worry about it. We put this in as an example. We're kind of happy about that. But here's the thing. Everybody can put their own picture of whatever image they want up there. The name, all that good stuff. So you can upload a file. If you don't upload a file, we're going to use this one here. But we really want you guys to choose your own file and really kind of personalize this for yourselves. We have front and back images. One is really more around the Earth concept, and one is more about the lunar concept with the space station out there. And at the bottom, we have something we want you guys to participate in. What do you think is the most important question relating to either elevator, the Earth elevator or the lunar elevator? We're going to start answering those questions, and I want you to kind of give us is it outreach, is it a hardware problem, is it a technology problem, and then give us the question that you want. Okay, so this is part of our new website that we're developing. It's going to be pretty interactive. There's some pretty awesome stuff there. Still very much in development, but I know you guys have said this before, that our website's pretty sketchy, and we really want to give you the information that you want as this whole project grows. So that's what we're up to. All right, talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.